Finally, a road win for the Nuggets last night. Their first road win since December 23rd. Here to talk about it, a familiar face, Vic Lombardi. Weird being on the other side?
Really disappointed in you and your cohorts here.
Well, there's a lot of people who are disappointed.
For years.
In me and my cohorts.
This was a sacred show where only the movers and shakers, the people who made things happen in sports, were guests. And now you guys have gone
This is what we have come to.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Had to have you back on.
I'm ashamed to be here.
All right, let's talk about the Nuggets, though, for real.
Okay.
Good win last night. What's up with this team, though, on the road?
They've won one game on the road in the last 37 days.
That's not good.
They seem to be a different team on the road. But the bottom line is this. If they continue at this pace, they will make the playoffs. Nobody said it was going to be easy, Mike. Nobody said that the Nuggets were suddenly going to wake up and challenge Golden State. They got to win the games they're supposed to win. Last night was a game they were supposed to win. The previous road games were tough. I'll say Houston was tough. San Antonio was tough. Golden State, those are tough road games. They got to win the games they're supposed to win, and they'll be fine. And
you look at the schedule, March doesn't get any easier. 11 of their 15 games on the road in that month. Let's talk about the trade deadline. Devin Harris, decent acquisition. What did you make of what they did or didn't do at the trade deadline?
I know they wanted to move Kenneth Faried, and Tim Conley said as much, that there were no partners. You got to have a trade partner to make that happen. But they addressed the backup point guard position. They want to go with the veteran, and I like Devin Harris. Devin Harris is a good player. He's a strong veteran, a strong mind, and he's going to help a lot of those young guys. So I think he's a perfect complement to Jamal Murray. We saw it in his first game. The guy played 22 minutes. He made an impact in his first game. So going forward, it's a good acquisition.
Paul Millsap getting ready to come back sometime around the All-Star break. What are realistic expectations for Millsap when he returns?
I think one of the reasons why the Nuggets were somewhat quiet on trade deadline days, because they know a few weeks down the line, and I'm not sure when it's going to be, they hope early March, Millsap's going to be available again. I mean, he barely played, man. We barely got to know him. I mean, you talk about having an acquisition at the deadline. You got an all-star coming back to the lineup. He could have been a great addition to that roster against, like, Houston, where they needed to go down low and beat those mismatches. He's going to be a big run. When they come playoff time and they're still in the playoff mix, trust me, Paul Millsap is going to be a guy they will lean on.
This team is trending up. They're the 7 seed right now.
Yeah.
Peer into your crystal ball. Where do they finish?
I think somewhere between 6 and 8. And, matchups are everything in the NBA. If you asked me, where would you rather have the Nuggets play, the Rockets or the Golden State Warriors in the first round? Believe it or not, I'd rather have them play Golden State.
The way they played them in the regular season,
better
absolutely.
Matchup, exactly. So if that means 8, that means 8. Yeah, I don't know if that kind of stuff matters. Now, the ideal matchup would be for the Nuggets to go up against Minnesota. If you can get Minnesota and Denver, let's say a 4-5, that'd be awesome. Because I think the Nuggets can beat Minnesota. I think Minnesota's there for the taking.
Bottom line is this team is trending up,
yes.
So it would seem.
Trending up with young players who are getting better by the month. Jamal Murray's getting better every single time he plays. That's great news. And it's always a tough decision because, they drafted Emmanuel Mudiay in the same spot that they drafted Jamal Murray. They had to make a decision. They made it. Wash your hands. Move on.
Hey, Vic, we appreciate you coming back. We got a participation trophy for you. Remember this?
Oh,
one of the old Lombardi trophies you used to have.
You guys are really going out. You're really springing for new hardware.
Left that on my desk.
You've only kept this for a couple decades. By the way, this couch has seen better days.
Come on.
I remember when this couch used to be white. I remember when
it was good to have you back.
Dogs climbing all over here. My goodness.
Now.
I thought I was invited here to do Benjamin's retirement tape. I had no idea I was talking Nuggets.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming by.
Appreciate it. You guys did a great job.